the latest installment of the Life Files TV.
So this episode, we're going from Jerusalem to Jersey. First stop, checking with Shyne. He's in Jerusalem. He's in full garb. He's at the Holy Wall.
I don't know how to explain it. I've never seen Shyne like this before.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then after Shyne, we're gonna go check in with Deluxe, which is a boutique in New Jersey.
Wait till you guys see this
Check in
piece.
with Dorian,
Crazy.
Grace, who's the owner, and we're going to get some style tips for you guys. So, you know,
Our female lifers, we see you. We love you.
We care about you too, more than you know.
A lot of times people ask me, man, yo, how you made it through 10 years? Like, how you did it? And, you know, to be here, you know, people suffering more than I could ever suffer in the jail. So people killing themselves because they hopeless and they got nothing to live for. You know, so things like this, and this is it, we here. You know, I've been in some wars in Brooklyn, Vietnam, but ain't nothing like down here. You understand? It's happening. It's happening wherever you go, man. That's one thing human beings all have in common, and that's that thread of pain. Wherever you go, somebody going through some type of pain. And that's what, you know, keeps it in perspective for me, because what is music? Music is an expression of that pain. Music is not a hit record. Music is not something that necessarily bang in the club. First and foremost, music was that Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye, James Brown, Jimi Hendrix, just talking about their pain, singing about their pain. Aretha Franklin singing about poverty. Ray Charles taking church music and turning it into something else. That's what music was, man. It was expression. You dig? So when it comes to music for me, man, it's a gift that I can get compensated for something that I love so much.
No, do the Messiah rap.
Oh, you hear that? You hear what he want to hear?
See, I actually know his raps.
Hey, yo, Ab, you hear what he want to hear? Tell him what song you want to hear.
Messiah.
Huh?
Yeah, I know his stuff.
Huh? Huh? Hold on. We gotta give him that loud. You want that loud, huh? I got the city on my back, pretty women in the shack, rolling in the road, 6 sitting on my lap. This is not a rap, blood. This is not an act. Welcome to New York, blood. This is where it's at. Snitches take a nap with the fishes in the back, buried in the dirt where the witnesses is at. Hear the whistle when I clap from the missile that I pack. Once you violate like a ribbon, it's a rap. Right now, we at the Wailing Wall.
Spiritual guys.
This is where the presence of God used to be. It's like my whole life been a war. You know, I remember when I was on the block, you know, watching my partners getting their heads blown off, praying. How am I gonna protect myself? If my big bro, my OG, just got his head popped off, what am I gonna do? So that's why when people always ask me, when you became religious? When I became religious, I was dodging them bullets in PK. You dig? So the whole faith and belief in the divine creator, you know, started for me a long time ago, man. And just what I've been through, man, just 10 years. 10 years, you don't know if the pig's gonna kill you. You don't know if the inmate's gonna hit you. You don't know what's gonna happen. Against the wall while the hellfire burns and chasing between the rock and the hard place. So I sold rocks to the fiends. When they see me, they see God's face. For God's sake, I'm far away from where I need to be, but I promise I'ma change. Please believe in me, for God's sake. It's all in different grades. The bottom line is the grade that you're on. You can make your contribution as an Israelite by just being good, just being whole, not spreading Lashon Hara, not criticizing someone. Build them up. Hashem made the planet with 10 utterances. So these words right here create life. They can destroy someone, but they can create life. So it might just be, how you doing? It might just be me stopping my nice meal and, you know, with my business partners, just to say what I'm saying right now. It's worth more than this coziness. It's just what's in there. All right?
So what we doing right now, baby?
We're in Jerusalem at the Mamilla Hotel. You know, we doing our Gangland Def Jam thing. Fitting to go to the club and show out.
With the owner.
Yeah, the owner of the club.
We going with the owner. Free bottles.
Owner of the club.
Kara Shyne.
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Shyne set up the owner of the club. We there, baby. Yeah,
What's the difference in being here versus being in Brooklyn?
Yeah, you know, you couldn't compare the two. It's like your mother and your wife, you know what I'm saying? you can't make a choice when it comes to that, you know. Israel is my mom's, and you know, that's where it all started, you know, all the souls, you know. Garden of Eden, everything is down here. It's where everything is at, you dig? So there's really no comparison. Brooklyn is you know, I get tongue-tied when I start talking about BK and talking about New York, you know. It's definitely, you know, nothing bothers me, but that's one of the few things that comes close. Not being able to be in my home, and a place that I love so much, and a place where I bled, shed blood, cried tears, you know, so much history there, man. You know.
Will it be a day when Shyne returns back to New York?
Absolutely, we're gonna step back in New York asphalt and show out the way we know how to. So, that's inevitable. I know that nothing I do is decided by me. Everything is divine intervention. But I know whoever made the universe ain't into just making people suffer just to suffer. You dig? And I paid mine. I ain't do 10 months, I ain't do 10 days. I did the whole dime, the whole stretch. So ain't no need for me to be, you know, in exile. Can't be in my home. My mom suffered enough. She don't need to suffer no more. I've never been left out. You know, God has never let me just suffer unnecessarily so. So I know for a fact that the whole New York thing gonna come together. And we gonna burn down Madison Square Garden. We gonna burn down Yankee Stadium, Nassau Coliseum. We gonna burn it all down. And we about to do the impossibility to revolutionize American pop culture. Life ain't for the faint-hearted. Life ain't for, you know, today's Tuesday and I'm happy. Tomorrow's Wednesday and it's raining, so I don't want to be me no more. You gotta beat us 1,024 hours. Every second, every hour. You know, and the most important thing is character and integrity and honesty with your values and your morals. You know, we live in a world today where if it looks good, they say it's good, but it's really not good. You understand? Nobody cares about what really is anymore. So much Alice in Wonderland, CB4s going around. When they finally do get something, that's 1,000. They don't even know how to respond to that. Because they forgot how to be 1,000. You dig? And that's what's most important to me. I don't care if 1 million people say go left. Listen, if I know it's right, it's right. I'm Shyne. I'm Moses, Levi. I'm a man. You understand? I'm a warrior. I'm a general. I'm a commander-in-chief. So I gotta live my life. Because when I wake up and it ain't 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 people that performing, who I'm gonna be? You understand? Who I'm gonna be when the cameras stop? Who I'm gonna be when ain't a #1 record? I'm gonna be fine like I was for 10 years.
Yeah, so we told you that Shyne clip was gonna be crazy, man. As you can see, Shyne is getting a warm reception out there in Jerusalem. So, you know, shout out to Steve-O again.
Definitely.
That was the crazy exclusive, man. We've been waiting to drop that on y'all for some time, but, you know. So the next clip we got is, we're gonna be doing some profiles this year. I know in the past we've profiled, you know, different executives. We profiled Steve Stout, which, you know, a lot of people tell us about. So we're gonna go into some other young people this year who are doing things, who are making things happen. The first one we're gonna do is my girl Dorian Grace. She owns a store called Deluxe. She's one of the people who've contributed to our posts. And
definitely. Fellas, don't act like you don't look at the female fashion. You know, it's a big part of the site. We get so much mail from a lot of you guys out there telling us more fashion, more fashion. Less Kim Kardashian, more fashion. So check this out, Deluxe.
Deluxe means to me, basically when I thought about the name, it was the redefinition of luxury pretty much. In an economy that was dealing with economical strife and recession, I wanted people to feel like they were having a luxurious experience without spending an exorbitant amount of money. I try to keep it very casual for my customer, anything that she can wear out to dinner, a cute little sweater with interesting details. I'm really all about different details and what sets her apart from anyone wearing something simple and basic. My inspiration for style really comes from the streets, just watching people, reading magazines. Most people would say, oh, it's Chanel or Alexander Wang. I think the most inspirational things come from everyday people, just how they put things together naturally. You know, when you open a store, you always think you're doing something a little bit different than everyone else. And I think for me, everyone's like, why would you open in Jersey? I think there was, you know, a little bit less competition for me. It was more of an open environment, and I paid attention to stores that were able to open other locations from this area. But I think the biggest surprise is when someone walks into my store and says, wow, this is something really different. For people that like to go out, I do some sequence pieces. This one here is by Dallin & Chase. And what I loved about this piece is the layering effect on the sleeve. In addition to clothing, I do accessories. So I've decided to bring in the JJ Winters envelope bags. Super cute, they're inexpensive, they're croc embossed, all different colors with a small chain inside. There, I also do jewelry and accessories as well. I do lots of pieces from House of Harlow, which is Nicole Richie's line. This is her peacock ring cocktail. You'll definitely see Nicole wearing a lot of her pieces on the red carpet and out to different events. I'm also doing pieces by Holbrook, and you've probably seen this piece on Rihanna from SNL.
How'd you end up working with Charlie Baltimore's daughter, India?
Well, I met Charlie through a good friend of mine, and she was like, I was about to do my photo shoot for my lookbook and opening, and I called my friend D Nice, and I was like, so I need to do this photo shoot, how can you help me out? And he was like, okay, I'll do it for you. And I said, I think I have a really great model, but I don't know if she'll do it because she's pretty major. And I just asked her, I asked her mom, and you know, she was really super open. And I think because her book was so set on very conservative looks for her, I think it was nice for her to step out the box a little bit with Deluxe. My earliest memory of knowing that I love fashion is watching my mom hide clothes in in the back of the trunk before we got in the house, basically. We used to go on shopping sprees all the time, me and my mom, and she used to come home and, I have to hide this from your dad. And I'm like, why do you have to hide this? Because I already have clothes in my closet with tags on them. And I'm like, why would you have clothes in your closet with tags on it? So basically, I think that was like my earliest, you know, recognition of fashion in terms of like how my mother dressed and how she put things together. She was very fashion forward for her time, and I think I really gained a lot of that from her.